All right, Jason Rona here. We're back in the JConcepts garage doing something a little bit different here. We got an unboxing of the new Team Associated DR10 RTR kit here. And we got this in the other day, and we felt it would be a good opportunity to kind of get this guy open and see what this car is all about. It's the first RTR drag racing kit on the market. Something we've been doing now at JConcepts for about 3 or so years is the Street Eliminator drag racing, and something we've been really proud of and really excited to be a part of. And it's really nice that Associated now will have a kit, and something we'll go over is all the JConcepts items that are going to fit right on the DR10. So I think we'll take a moment here and get this thing flipped over, and we'll get this thing open and see what's inside of this box. Alright, so let's see what this thing's all about. We'll get this thing over here. Of course, we got the factory seal. We'll get out our JConcepts X-Acto knife holder. Slice this factory seal. This thing is big, you can tell. I mean, this is a big box here. This is a beast. So see here, we got the car in here. You can't see it yet. They're usually kind of I brought my scissors too, because they usually got something holding the car in here. So we got our little instruction manual, some extra parts here, probably things to use along with the car kit. We got our first tie wrap here. We'll get the radio out, which we're already familiar with this radio. We've used it a little bit on our Enduro truck, so radio works pretty well. We already know that. XP120, we'll set that here out of the way. Get into the car itself. And this is where it usually gets a little complicated. Got to do some more slicing. Kind of separate this inner liner what the car is attached to. Here's the car. You get a little peek. We're going to cut this thing because it gets a little annoying. Hopefully it's disconnected. One more tie wrap in the front end. Kind of break this thing through. And here it is. Set this down. So typically they put this little wrap, on the top of the car, just so the box and everything doesn't scratch the body itself. But go ahead and peel that off. Get our radio out here. But you can see what's kind of neat about this right away is it's got like a nicely detailed body with it. I believe that's what they're calling the wrecked part of this is the body itself. So what we're going to do, let's go ahead and take the body off. But you can see this thing's fully detailed. It's got a nice kind of a retro-ish theme paint job. And here's the car itself. So very, this looks pretty traditional to us because we've been used to these things now for, over 3 years. But, what's kind of going on with these vehicles is they got a short course length chassis. They got, these are B5 front and rear A-arms. And this whole platform is based off of the 5 generation Team Associated cars. So What's kind of nice about it, it's a proven platform over the years. It's been a good performer, and they went with this because of the durability. It was easy to incorporate the B5 suspension geometry. Then they went ahead and made their own wheels and tires just to kind of finish off the kit here. And I think it looks nicely built. Comes included here with the Reedy electrical. So we got a Reedy brushless speed control and motor, plus servos already in here, wired up with your Dean's connector. So you can pretty much, you're ready to go here. If you had a charged battery and you put batteries in your radio, you're ready to rock and roll with this thing. And tires are already pre-glued all the way around. Suspension is somewhat set up already. You can see they kind of made tires and wheels that are very similar to what's already kind of on the market, but meant to kind of match their body and kind of their theme that they were going with. Nice front and rear body mount setup here. And probably the thing that people ask about the most with these cars is they want their wheelie bar, and comes with a wheelie bar on bearings. So you kind of get that action here. And everything is high quality molded components here, so you got good durability. And then if you ever have to replace parts, it's always very inexpensive to replace parts. And the next thing we're going to go over here is, essentially, since we've been involved with this street eliminator drag racing for so long, we have a lot of different options on the market. So we're going to kind of break this down a little bit and kind of show you what we have. First of all, what'll fit on this thing, and then we're going to give it a drive just straight up out of the box. We'll get our Reedy Wolfpack charged up, throw this thing out on the street, just do a couple passes so you can get an idea what this thing's like out of the box. And then we'll show you the upgrades possible from here at JConcepts, and that kind of makes this thing an even better out of the box performer. So let us get started here, and we'll show you the next step. All right, we got the DR10 back out here in front of us. We got the stock body, the wrecked that was on it that came in the RTR kit. We took this thing apart. We'll set this guy to the side and kind of show you what can be done here to just outfit this thing differently. If you want to get a different body, we started in the RC drag racing street eliminator with different types of bodies. We got a lot of Fords and Chevrolet type bodies. The popular ones we've had over time is the Chevelle, the Nova, the Ford Mustangs, and a couple that we have out here that I brought just to kind of show that just the drop fit ability of some of our bodies here. We got this is our Chevy Camaro. Obviously lines right up here, drops right onto the car itself. So we got a nice looking body option here. It drops right on. The DR10, that's just one of the many bodies we have that fits this type of chassis. Then we got our Bel Air. You can see how it is going to drop right on here as well. And, the Bel Air gets a nice drop fit on here. Of course, these come all clear and they're unmounted, so that you can choose however you want to paint it or detail it. You got to mount it yourself and trim it out and get it looking exactly the way you want. This particular body comes with a rear spoiler, has a front hood scoop. The Camaro has a rear wing option that comes with the body. We got a new S10 that also fits right on here. So a lot of different body options already for the street eliminator drag racing. So the bodies aside, that's usually one of the very first things that people want to do is upgrade to a different body or just something else they prefer other than the stock. The other thing everyone reaches for right away is different tires. And we were on top of the tire program with in this class with our Hotties front and rear tires. We got those here. These are actually on our Tactic wheels, And we also have a wheel called the StarTech, which the StarTech was the first one out for these conversion cars, whether it was a Slash, converted, a Bandit kind of hybrid vehicle that we did. We made our wheels as a direct fit for that, and that's kind of the industry standard now in this class. Comes from our StarTech wheels, and that's sort of the offset here that they've chosen on the DR10. And then we got our Tactics, of course, that are a different type of wheel. One thing that you can do is we have two different compounds for the rear, front and rear actually. We got a gold compound, and then we have a green compound, and then we have a belted option in the rear. So there's a couple different options already for this vehicle. So when you get this thing out of the box, it comes with the wrecked body on the DR10 chassis. But the first thing everyone likes to do is figure out, all right, what am I going to upgrade on here? But of course, we suggest taking it for a few passes. Get this thing dialed in, get it the way you like it, then start upgrading. Go for the custom body, the wheels and tires. Just kind of makes this thing that much more interesting and a little bit more fun to kind of make it your own. And that's what kind of RC is all about. All the different classes over time, it's always been about make it individualized for you. And that's another thing that you can do here with the associated DR10. So what we're going to try to do is we're going to get this thing charged up, and we're going to get this thing out and do a couple passes. And first we'll just do it straight stock. We'll run it with the stock body. We got our Wolfpack battery, which is also featured on the box itself with the Dean's connectors. So we'll get this thing charged up, and we'll just run some fun passes outside, and just kind of a typical setting of what you might do, a little non-prepped style asphalt, and we'll give this thing a whirl and see how it goes. Go for it. All right, we got the DR10 here out on the asphalt, doing a little test and tune. This is just in stock form right now, and we got the stock wrecked body and tires and wheels on here, and we'll pull the body off here. What we're going to do is we're just going to make some changes. We're going to go ahead and try some of our bodies out, just so we know that they fit on the car, and we can make some nice passes with it. We'll switch out the tires and wheels too. We'll put our Hotties all the way around. Something we noticed we were putting this away, we talked about earlier, was the gyro here. So you can see it's kind of neat. Never drove a car like this before, so pay attention while we're driving and see if that actually aids in some stability control. But it's been fun to drive so far. It's a little under geared stock, I think, just for protection, and the tires seem to be hooking up pretty well for the power we have. Like I said, we went with the Wolfpack battery, which is just kind of a budget pack, has the Dean's connector, but just kind of equipping this how it would come out of the box, and just kind of showing what this thing's all about. So it's kind of fun, and we're gonna make some changes here, and then we'll try that out. So we'll go ahead and put the Hotties on here, the green compound all the way around. These usually work good when the surface isn't prepped, or just kind of a little bit loose. And these have the closed cell inserts in them. They come with the closed cell. The stock tires just kind of have the open cell stock foam. You can feel the rears between the Hotties here and the stock tires. These have an open cell foam, so they're really soft, but which is kind of nice for just kind of getting going and on an unprepped surface. But we're going to go ahead and throw these on here and do a little body change and see how it works. Alright, fun day today here with the Associated DR10. What we did is we did a little unboxing, check this car out, see what it's all about in the new drag racing scene, you know, for the street eliminators. We've been out here doing this for over 3 years now, so we got a good selection of bodies. We wanted to drop them on here, give it a little test, try our wheels and tires, threw the Hotties on, you know, hit straight as an arrow here with this RTR vehicle. Car's pretty quick out of the box. It could use some gearing up, which you know, you always gear these things conservative when they come out of the box, but I think everyone's gonna have a good time with this thing, and they're gonna upgrade it as you go. And we're here with JConcepts to kind of deck this thing out and make this even more fun.